Here's how I got a 60K contract on Upwork in 2023, and you can too. By the way, I'm just an average dude. So before you start thinking I'm some kind of super genius, I will show you how to acquire the exact skills I used for free at the end of this video. Make sure you stay tuned. Without further ado, here are the 4 steps to landing these massive contracts. Step number 1, you have to look for the right jobs. So looking at this contract,
I'm looking for someone who can go through my site, either suggest what needs to be done, do the work themselves, or direct my developers on what to do with the site. I had my site done a few years ago, but I seem to be spending a lot of time and having the same issues. Please take a look at my site. This is where Upwork removed the link, and let me know what you can do for me. Site is in Laravel.
the first thing that stands out at me is that this guy's already spent 50K on Upwork.
Oh my God!
When I'm browsing for jobs on Upwork, what I'm really looking for is 2 things. Does this client have a big budget, and is this job open-ended in nature? I don't want to do a job that has a very clear start and end point. Hey, I need a form made for my website.
Oh, hell no.
If you just keep applying to those small jobs, you'll make a little bit of money, but it's the opportunity cost that just kills you. The best thing you can do is find a big job from a big client, because then every second that you're working, you're actually investing in future earnings, because you're likely to get more work from this person in the future. You should be going for the biggest possible jobs that you know that you can deliver on with your skill set. Step number 2, set the right hourly rate. I can't even tell you how many times I see new freelancers mess this up. Heck, even experienced freelancers. So let me just say this once and for all. If you're offering a service and you know you can deliver on that service and you're ready to put your best foot forward, then you should be charging what you're worth. If you're new to freelancing and you're just not sure what that number is, look for people who are offering the same service as you in the same geographical area, and then take the median. When you're first starting out, go a little bit below the median, but not too much. If you go too low, you'll actually get less work, because clients stop looking at you as a good deal and they start looking at you as a liability. Also, quick little trick here, set the hourly rate on your profile higher than the hourly rate you use in your proposals. So if the client does happen to stumble over to your profile, they feel like they're getting a good deal. Step number 3, and this one is crucial. Write a killer proposal.
Hello, my name is John Smith, and I'm a full-stack developer with over 8 years of experience. I have specifically worked to do the kind of optimizations you mentioned in the job posting here. I take pride in my strong communication skills, on-time deliveries, and the fact that I've never come across a problem I couldn't solve in code. I would love to take a peek and discuss further where the issues are, what methods we can use to remedy them, and what kind of impact that can make on performance. Feel free to reach me here on Upwork Messages, by phone at insert phone number here, or by email at insert email here. Best regards, John.
In my mind, there's a lot that goes into writing the perfect proposal, but I would break it down into 3 main things. Number 1, a killer proposal should match but never exceed the technical details of the job posting. I see this time and time again where people treat proposals like a resume. That is terrible. A proposal is really just a message, and you should look at it as an opportunity to show the client you actually read their job posting, that you're the right person for this job, and that you are a safe bet. Your proposal should be 95% about your soft skills. As you can see in the proposal I sent, there is actually only 1 sentence that even mentions a technical detail. I'm not sitting here listing out every language I know, every framework, every technology. I'm just simply telling the client, hey, you mentioned Laravel, I know Laravel. Now here's why you should really hire me. I do things on time, I communicate, I'm a problem solver. That's what clients really want. The second step to writing a killer proposal, this is a really simple one, but the third one is really important, so don't click away yet. The second step is this: always, always, always include your phone number and your email in your proposals. Now here's the thing, Upwork hates this. They will literally start blowing up your screen telling you,
keep the conversation here in the Upwork messages.
doesn't matter. Do it anyways. Send it. If you're sitting here thinking, well,
I don't want this client calling me.
they're not actually going to call you. Actually, I did have one client call me one time, but 99% of the time, this is really just a psychological trick. You see, clients' number one fear is that they're going to hire someone who's going to do some of the work, but not all of it, and then they're just going to disappear and never be heard from again. By giving them your phone number and email right out the gate, you're showing them, hey, I'm here. I'm reliable. You can reach me. It makes them feel amazing. Step number 3, by far the most important one, and nobody's doing it. Make sure you handwrite every proposal. If you try to treat freelancing like a numbers game, you're not going to make any money and you're going to hate your life. If you're following the first steps we talked about and you're looking for the right jobs and you have the right hourly rate, you need to be making an investment in your proposals to make them as custom tailored as possible to the specific job you're applying to, because it's a high value job. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight now exactly what portion of my proposal is in direct response to the job posting's specific details.
Nice.
I handwrite every proposal, and when I say handwrite, I mean every line. This goes so far in getting you hired. And this brings us to the final point, and this one is the one that really boggles my mind. I've actually hired a number of people on Upwork over the years. Typically, it's when I'm quitting a long-term contract and the client asks me to hire my replacement. And I'm just shocked by how many people mess this up, because it seems like such common sense to me. Step number 4 is this: make a great first impression. What I mean by this is, when you actually get hired for the contract, set aside a week or two where you are just going to deliver on this contract. You are just going to make this client feel amazing. You're gonna work more than you're used to. You're gonna communicate flawlessly and often. You're just gonna really blow this client's socks off. Go above and beyond. Then, weeks 2, 3, 4, you can taper down. Go to your normal workload, chill out a bit, but you made that amazing first impression that will actually single-handedly get you more work from this client in the future. This contract actually started out much smaller than it ended up being, but because I made such a great first impression, it grew into this $60,000 contract, and it's still not even over yet. Who knows? Maybe it'll be $200,000 next year. Now you may be asking yourself, wait, so if those are the 4 steps you need to land a great contract, well, what about things like your profile, your portfolio? This is a no BS video, guys. And if I told you that I thought those things really mattered, I would be lying. Just set up a basic profile. If you have some work, feel free to include it in the portfolio section, and then really focus on finding the right jobs, setting the right hourly rate, and especially focus on writing good proposals. That is the number one thing. If you want to see a completely different proposal that actually landed me a $116,000 contract, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you appreciate this no BS format, make sure you hit that like button. Oh, and if you haven't figured it out by now, I'm a web developer. And as promised, I'm going to leave the exact courses that I used to learn all of these skills in the description of this video. And then I'll also include some free alternatives to the paid ones that are probably just as good.